This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, new information has been released following a standoff in Old Town Saturday evening.
Police are still searching for a man they believe is armed and dangerous. Our Devin Dagnall starts us off tonight.
Just after 4 p.m. Saturday evening, Old Town Police received a call reporting a man was holding a gun to a woman's head on Lance Court. An initial investigation determined Jack Fraser and Morningstar Mason were allegedly involved in that altercation.
Initially, police made contact with Morningstar Mason, had a brief interaction where she was uncooperative.
Sergeant Dakota says their investigation led them to believe Fraser and Mason were both in a trailer on Billy Joe Court in Old Town with a firearm. Old Town Police set up a perimeter around the residence and called on the Maine State Police for assistance.
This is the Maine State Police. Come out to the truck in the driveway with nothing in your hand. No one wants to hurt you. I can guarantee your safety, but you have to come out of the house now with nothing in your hand.
Mason was arrested at the scene after an hours-long standoff with police, but Fraser was nowhere to be found.
Ultimately, the Maine State Police tactical team made an entry into the residence and established that Fraser was no longer inside the residence, and the firearm that was reported in the original incident was not found.
Police are still actively searching for Fraser and say he is considered armed and dangerous. Fraser's vehicle was located in Bangor, but his exact whereabouts are unknown at this time. Authorities say if you see Fraser, do not attempt to approach him.
If somebody does think that they have identified him, just reach out to your local law enforcement and they'll be able to help you from there.
In Old Town, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, police are asking for the public's help after an Augusta man's death was officially ruled a homicide. Shortly after 10 o'clock on Friday night, the Augusta Police Department got a call from a motorist reporting that a man was on the side of Old Belgrade Road in Augusta. The man was later identified as 34-year-old Tyler Robinson of Augusta. Efforts to revive him were unsuccessful, and the State Police Major Crimes Unit and Augusta Police investigated his death throughout the weekend. The Office of Chief Medical Examiner has ruled the death a homicide. Authorities are asking anyone who drove through the area between the hours of 9:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Friday who may have seen people running in the roadway to call State Police. You can reach them at 207-624-7076.
Meanwhile, Bangor police are searching for 14-year-old Olivia Spade. Olivia was last seen at her home in Bangor around 11 p.m. Friday evening. Her family did not realize she was missing until Saturday morning, at which point they contacted police. Since she went missing during the night, police say they have no description of what she may have been wearing. Olivia is described as 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighs about 145 pounds. She has brown eyes and black hair. Now, if you have any information concerning her whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Bangor Police Department.
It's now been 10 days since 18-year-old lobsterman Tyler Michaud disappeared while tending to his gear. Search efforts continued today for the Steuben lobsterman who graduated from Sumner High School just this year. On Sunday, boats searched Dyer Bay in Steuben to Tom Layton Point in Millbridge. A 4-mile shore search of an island was also conducted. Family, friends, and private pilots have joined the Marine Patrol, Maine State Police, U.S. Coast Guard, Maine Forest Service, and Maine Warden Service in the search. Maine Department of Marine Resources Commissioner Patrick Kelleher said in a statement, quote, "I'm grateful for the unprecedented ongoing efforts of all who joined together in this difficult search," end quote.
Well, switching gears now, a Maine healthcare company will pay more than $22 million to resolve allegations that it filed false claims. According to the United States Department of Justice, Martins Point allegedly submitted inaccurate diagnosis codes for its Medicare Advantage plan enrollees in order to get increased reimbursements from Medicare. The Justice Department says many of the codes were not supported by the patient's medical records. Christian Schrank, who is the Deputy Inspector General for Investigations at the Department of Health and Human Services Office of the Inspector, said, quote, "It is a privilege for health plans to provide services to Medicare beneficiaries, not a right. Medicare Advantage plan sponsors that submit inaccurate claim information in order to justify inflated payments undermine the financial integrity of the program," end quote.
U.S. Senator Angus King has introduced bipartisan legislation to expand and strengthen the Center for Disease Control's efforts to combat mosquitoes in the U.S. He's co-sponsoring a piece of legislation called the Strengthening Mosquito Abatement for Safety and Health, or SMASH 2.0 Act. It would provide the CDC additional funding to research and fight the spread of diseases like the West Nile virus. Specifically, the bill reauthorizes the CDC's original Mosquito Abatement for Safety and Health, or MASH program, at $100 million per year. It also authorizes the MASH program to expand training, evaluation, and to support education and training for public health staff engaged in mosquito abatement. And finally, it would require the CDC to coordinate with the Assistant Secretary for Preparedness and Response on stockpiling vector-borne disease control products. The bill comes as the United States has seen a rise in illnesses traced to mosquito bites.
Well, depending on where you were today, you saw the best and possibly the worst of a summer day in Maine that you can get. From Greenville to Green Lake, people either saw bright sunny skies or downpours like this video that we caught in Bangor. Now, in addition to the rain we saw today, it appears there could be more heading our way. Not a big shock there, as this has been a very, very rainy summer thus far. Many of us none too thrilled with that, by the way.
Yeah, it really was a tale of two stories today.
Yeah.
You know, taking my dog out this afternoon, bright and sunny. Then on the way here, downpours.
Skies opened up.
Yeah, trying to cover my head walking into the newsroom today.
You got to protect the dew.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast and see what's coming our way.
Hey, Beth and Peter, thank you. Happy Monday. Your first weather's brought to you by North Ellsworth Flea Market. And okay, so here we go. Let's check on temperatures today. 75 here in Bangor. It is said the perfect human temperature is 72. We're above that a bit today. 71 Millinocket, 75 Bar Harbor. We'll take it. Tomorrow, though, will actually be a bit warmer around here. All right, so off and on today, we had a couple showers out there, even a couple thunder showers, nothing strong or heavy, but these will all begin to fall apart tonight and tomorrow. We are dry. Wednesday, we're dry. Thursday, we're dry. Friday, mostly dry. Our next chance for rain gets in here over the weekend. I know, but here we go. This will all get out of here tonight. Tomorrow's a very nice day with temperatures back up near 80. Our forecast on tonight, though, is cloudy skies out there now. A couple of showers are in the area. After midnight, turning partly cloudy and then mostly clear with low temperatures hanging out in the 50s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter?
So a nice crisp overnight on the way for us.
Indeed, looking forward to that, actually.
Yeah. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, gas and fuel prices have risen exponentially over the past week. Our Doug Banks has details on why.
And the U.S. may not have been involved in World War I back in 1915, but that didn't prevent one small Maine town from being dragged into the conflict. Well, those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Welcome to the Purple Baboon, a local gem on the Belfast waterfront. Find lots of little joys for every taste, like fun clothing for the whole family and a lovely selection of coastal Maine-made jewelry. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices. 31 Front Street, Belfast.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-803-4999 or visit Spectrum.com today.
It's the Toyota Summer Savings Event featuring trucks from the longest-lasting brand, Toyota. Right now, you could save up to $1,900 with 3.99% financing on a four-wheel drive Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
Are you looking at buying a house and would like financing options through the Maine State Housing Authority? Stearns Farm Subdivision on Main Road North in Hamden has 32 houses for sale, which have 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a 1-car garage for a combined total of 1,400 square feet. In order to qualify for financing, you will need to meet the criteria of the Maine Housing Authority and have a household income of less than $97,900. Please reach out to David Smallwood for more information. 949-3506.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Mossy Ledge Spirits is a true hidden gem in Etna. Located just 3 miles off I-95, exit 167, we are home to tastings, tours, cocktails, to-go drinks, bottles, live music, and priceless memories. So enjoy some pizza and raise a glass here at Mossy Ledge Spirits.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. If you filled up your car lately, you've probably noticed a rise in the cost at the pump. Gas and diesel prices across the state have risen exponentially in the last week alone. Our Doug Banks has more.
Gas prices are on the rise again. According to a survey of more than 1,200 stations around the state done by GasBuddy, the price per gallon rose almost 12 cents in the last week. The average price is now at $3.75 a gallon. Diesel has also risen to $3.99 a gallon, 15.5 cents higher than last week. The reasons behind the sudden rise are tied to the lack of supply and the rise of crude oil prices.
The supply issues for crude oil were due to the extreme heat that was around the country. Multiple of the largest refineries around the country shut down because of that heat. We were seeing about 2 million barrels per day lower than typical supply.
To help lessen the stress on your wallet, AAA suggests shopping around for the best price. Just doing this story, I drove around Bangor and saw prices at $3.99 and as low as $3.74. Along with driving safer and more efficiently, apps and rewards programs could help save a few bucks too. Like Joshua, for example, a courier driver from Newton, Massachusetts. He says using the Shell Fuel Rewards program saves him money each time he stops.
If you buy a certain number of gallons, then it'll give you extra cents off per gallon for the next fill-up. They are able to charge you a little bit less for the gas, and it really helps the consumer for the bottom line.
According to AAA, if cooler weather comes our way, then refineries can open back up, hopefully bringing the prices down to a reasonable amount. In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, the U.S. may not have been involved in World War I back in 1915, but that didn't prevent one small Maine town from being dragged into the conflict. Our Jody Hersey shares more.
We're a small town. We can make history.
Jean Hogan's grandfather was a railroad clerk in Vanceboro. She remembers growing up in this small town and hearing about Werner Horn, a German army lieutenant who traveled to Washington County to bomb the St. Croix-Vanceboro International Bridge that was carrying both supplies and soldiers to the war front in 1915.
The United States was not in the First World War. We had not entered it. But Canada, it was a part of England. England was in the war. So Canadian soldiers were being brought to Montreal on the train. The Canadian soldiers were put on ships at Halifax and sent over to the war front in Europe. He wanted to disrupt the flow.
According to historical documents, Horn spent 2 days watching the Canadian Pacific Railway to determine the schedule of the trains. Longtime Vanceboro resident Hollis Beers also remembers hearing about Horn and how he only agreed to carry through with the bombing so long as no one was killed.
They had a hotel in town then. He went to the hotel, and that night he went down there, tried to get explosive to blow the bridge up. They hung it under the bridge. Well, dynamite force goes down, and it didn't do hardly any damage.
Documents state some windows were broken, exposing residents in Vanceboro and St. Croix to the frigid elements and causing Horn to suffer frostbite. But the bridge itself sustained minor damage. Horn, who had changed into his German army uniform to avoid being arrested as a spy, confessed to the crime while he was detained at the hotel. He served 18 months in the U.S. on a charge of transporting explosives. He was then extradited to Canada, where he was found guilty and sentenced to an additional 10 years.
The bridge that Horn tried to bomb has since been replaced, but the story of what he attempted to do still lives on here in the town of Vanceboro.
He probably figured back here in a hick town, you know, he wouldn't be noticed. But sometimes that works against you.
In Vanceboro, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And what a great history lesson there. Who
yeah,
knew?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Just amazing stuff, and great to take a look back and honor that history as well.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Well, our thanks to Jody for that report.
Yeah. Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6. Access to the Dakin Pool will be free until August 5th. We'll tell you why.
And in sports, Ryan Sudol is live in Ellsworth as the Trenton Acadians prepare to head to Legion Baseball Regionals. That story coming right up.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
In the concert event of a lifetime, come experience the dynamic energy of one of the most accomplished musicians of our time, Carlos Santana. 1001 Rainbows Tour 2023. August 2nd, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Take a trip through the hits from Woodstock to Supernatural and a backwards flip into the unknown. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com.
Mossy Ledge Spirits is a true hidden gem in Etna. Located just 3 miles off 95, exit 167, we are home to tastings, tours, cocktails, bottles, live music, minis, and priceless memories. And this summer, we are proud to introduce our all-new canned spirits. At Mossy Ledge Spirits, we take pride in what we put in the can, and our delicious new flavors are a perfect way to enjoy the summer. So enjoy some pizza and raise the glass here at Mossy Ledge Spirits.
The industry-first 2-in-1 removable agitator from Whirlpool gives you 2 ways to wash. Jeans, in. Sweaters, out. Towels, in. Comforters, out. You decide. Whirlpool.
Key Appliance, we hold the key to savings.
This fall, you'll vote on a costly electric scheme. It's called Pine Tree Power. And here are the facts. It will cost Mainers $13.5 billion. An independent study says it will increase electric bills. And this scheme is so poorly written, Pine Tree Power isn't required to have an operations plan when it takes over. No plan to keep the lights on. That's a bad idea. Vote no on question 3.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. I am here at Ellsworth High School where the Trenton Acadians senior Legion baseball team are preparing for a trip to regionals on Wednesday after winning the state title over the weekend. It's the first time in the team's over half a century history that they've won the state title. Plus, it was a sweep. The Acadians junior team also won the title on Saturday as well. But before we get to that, let's go to some more baseball. Sunday in Herman was the Maine Little League state title game. And let's see how that went. Grey New Gloucester against Augusta. Ticket to regionals on the line, and that ticket was punched. Grey New Gloucester, with a dominant display, defeated Augusta 12-0 in 5 innings to win the state championship. The bats were on fire. There you see a home run by Caleb Barker. Caden Oliver on the mound pitched a no-hitter, one of his many strikeouts here, and in the bottom of the 5th inning, a chance to end the game, and Mason Emergent does just that. A 3-run walk-off homer to clinch the win for GNG. It is their first state title and trip to regionals in program history.
Once it came off the bat, I knew it was gone. 3-0 count, I just wanted to hit a ball, score a run.
and then it just went out. I'm definitely going to remember this for the rest of my life.
The boys have made history for Great New Gloucester, so we really feel the love from everybody. For the town, this is the furthest that we've ever been, so we're really excited.
Okay, now for some Patriots news. The team searching for a solid veteran back to back up Ramondre Stevenson, a potential candidate, came to town over the weekend. Free agent back and former Dallas Cowboy Ezekiel Elliott was in Foxborough Saturday visiting the team, and reports suggest the meeting was a productive one. Meanwhile, the Patriots strapping on the pads for the first time on Monday. One of the areas of concern continues to be the offensive line. Tackle Trent Brown could be the key, provided he stays healthy. Coach Belichick says so far, so good.
Yeah, Trent's, in good shape. He's lighter than he's been, and he's been working at left tackle. So, again, none of the linemen have been in pads. Nobody's been in pads. So, you work on the fundamentals and the footwork and the assignments that we can work on.
Okay, now let's go to the Acadians. As we said earlier, sweep. The senior team won the title as well as the junior team, but the senior team won 2-0 against Hamden over the weekend on Saturday. In the championship game, they swept through the winner's bracket, going undefeated. And the story of that game against Hamden Saturday were the Curtis brothers. Hunter Curtis, former Ellsworth High School standout and current Husson baseball player, pitched his first game in over a year. They needed him, and he stepped up with a complete game shutout. And then his brother Dawson, the sophomore, rising sophomore here at Ellsworth High School, he hit the game-winning hit, game-winning RBI in the 6th inning, and then right after that game ended, he ran across to the adjacent field and scored the game-tying run there. So a lot to talk about there, plus just what makes this team as good as they are. More of that coming later on the Fox 10 o'clock news here on Fox 22 and the 11 o'clock news on ABC 7. Until then, I'm Ryan Sudol. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast.
Hey Ryan, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Key Appliance. Sales hosts major brands including GE, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Speed Queen, and more. We hold the key to savings, and we hold the key to a wind out of the north and west generally today. Comfortable, but a bit cool, right, for this time of the year. And that is actually going to give way to some allergens out there for tomorrow as well. The tree pollen is okay, grass is okay, wheat okay as well. But the mold spores right now are incredibly high. So if you are sniffling and sneezing, this could be a reason why. They'll likely stay in the high category into the weekend and beyond. All right, temperatures today, 75 here in Bangor. Very nice temperature day, right? 71 Millinocket, a bit cool upstate. Look at these 60s up there. Those will stay there for now. We actually have warmer temperatures on the way with highs pretty much in the upper 70s through into the weekend and beyond. As the real hot stuff has retreated again back off to our west, it's still confined to parts of Oklahoma and to Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. They can keep it there. For us, though, we'll have a near average high temperatures or even slightly below average high temperatures into the weekend and beyond. All right, so today, it wasn't a big rain out, but there were a couple showers around, still a couple showers out there now. They will likely continue through probably later this evening, then die out rather quickly. And then tomorrow is going to be a very nice day, rain-free tomorrow, also for Wednesday, Thursday, and a Friday. But then some changes are on the way as the weekend right now looks pretty wet around here. So here's this little area of low pressure across our state. There's not much going for it, but there are a couple of sprinkles and light rain showers out there. Nothing heavy. Again, they'll be falling apart for us tonight. Walking you through it, though. So here's this evening. After 2 o'clock in the morning or so, here's 4:30. We're looking at temperatures looking good in the 50s and also clearer skies tonight. And then maybe some dense fog late, followed by, again, a very nice sun-filled day tomorrow. And then the same thing for us on Wednesday, into Thursday, into Friday. And then some changes later Friday into Saturday, where the weekend looks pretty wet around here once again. If you're looking at rainfall, not a lot, right? Here we go into Friday afternoon or so, and really not much until then. But again, here comes a wave of energy in here late Friday and Saturday, likely bringing us some rain showers then. Our forecast ends right, though, is rain showers out there now are ending. Look for low temperatures down near 54 and a calm wind after midnight, some dense fog in there late as well for tomorrow. Okay, here we go. So much better, right? Lots of sunshine tomorrow, high temperatures near 74. There could be a rogue shower in there, again, about 10% 80% coverage on that. Most, if not all of us, will stay dry tomorrow with a northwest breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a very nice day tomorrow and for Wednesday and for Thursday. Slightly warmer too, right? There's a chance for rain late Friday, but more so on Saturday with high temperatures back in the mid-70s. Beth and Peter?
Definitely like to see those cooler highs. You know, we had a really long stretch of some intense heat.
Right.
A little bit of a reprieve coming. I think there are at least some folks who are happy to see it.
Yeah, 70s across the board. That is good news for us.
Indeed. All right, well, we still have more to come. Keep it right here.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
We get up and go, no matter what day it is. We make sure nothing keeps us from doing what needs to be done, because we're driven by what we love. Milwaukee's outdoor power equipment handles any job, big or small. From trimmers, blowers, and mowers to chain and pole saws, Milwaukee's battery-operated, high-output tools will help get you to the moments that matter most. Get what you need to keep you firing on all cylinders when you sign up for Napa Rewards. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that...
Michael, we're taking you to the hospital.
Too many traffic fatalities are caused by speeding.
Hang in there, Michael.
Every day, 25 people die from car crashes caused by speeding.
Stay with me, Michael.
Nearly all these fatalities occur on the roads we drive every day to work, school, and shopping.
Michael! Michael!
Every time you speed, you increase the odds that your last ride will be in the back of an ambulance.
Joe Russo's Almost Dead. Tour 2023, August 6th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Joe Russo's Almost Dead in concert.
It's the Toyota Summer Savings Event, featuring SUVs from the longest-lasting brand, Toyota. Right now, you could save up to $1,600 with 3.99% financing on a RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
This week, the new charges in the classified documents case against former President Trump and Mar-a-Lago staff. With the potential new indictment in the January 6th case at stake, more Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back. From now through August 5th, access to the Dakin Pool in Bangor will be free for all. The free entrance fees are thanks in part to Bangor Parks and Rec and the local nonprofit organization Friends of the Dakin Pool. The organization's campaign, Jump In, will cover all entrance fees until August 5th, making it easier for folks to partake in everything the pool has to offer and cool off. Any proceeds gained will be going straight to the Dakin Pool.
This group felt that the city needed support trying to find the lifeguards, there's maintenance, there's new issues. We want to raise $160,000. We're, invested all right back into the pool to serve the kids.
And for more information, you can visit the Friends of the Dakin Pool page on Facebook.
Well, this may be a somewhat common sight here in the state of Maine, but Burbank police officers responded to a peculiar trespasser at a home in the Verdugo foothills last Friday. Upon arrival, officers were somewhat amazed to find a bear taking a dip, making the most of the situation, beating the heat by frolicking and splashing around in the hot tub of a neighborhood home. Hopefully it wasn't on at the time, otherwise you kind of defeat the purpose. As the authorities kept a watchful eye, the bear decided it was time for a change of scenery, scaling a nearby wall and then perching itself on top of a tree for several hours. Now, to ensure the safety of both the residents and the bear, the Burbank Police Department, California Department of Fish and Wildlife, and the Burbank Animal Shelter all monitored the situation closely. Eventually, without causing any further commotion, the bear simply descended from his perch and wandered back into the Verdugo Mountain area, but certainly enjoying himself there in that pool for sure.
That bear just can't be bothered. I love that. Well, finally tonight, if you're looking for something fun to do this evening, you should make your way over to Belfast for the city's annual street party right after the show. Event organizer and city council member Mike Hurley says the party is always a great way for people to get out and enjoy themselves. The event is taking place on High Street until 10 p.m. tonight. The majority of attractions, like the live music and bouncy castle, are completely free to the public.
Well, people come from all over, so we hope everybody from in the Bangor Channel 22 area will be coming down, and we'd love to see them.
Sounds like a great event, and this year marks the city's 14th annual street party. For any additional details, you can check out the party's Facebook page at Belfast Summer Street Party. Just sounds like a blast.
Looks like a great way to make your Monday a little brighter.
Yeah, especially with things cooling off now. I bet it's going to be really fun and comfortable out there tonight.
Yeah, here's hoping they have a successful event.
Yes.
Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us. Good night.
Good night, everyone.